Okay, we'll get started. All right, call the Planning and Zoning meeting for June 7th, 2021 to order. We'll start with the consent agenda. Item A, approval of the agenda.
Mr. Chairman, I move we approve the agenda as printed.
Second.
First, approved and motion. Yeah, thank you. I haven't had to do this in a while. Forgive me.
We know what you mean.
It's been motioned and seconded. All approved, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item B, approval of the minutes from May 3rd. Do I hear a motion for that? Has anybody seen anything?
Read them.
Yeah, I couldn't be here last time, so I'm going to have
really
to.
read them, so. Mr.
Have to
Chairman,
rely
I move
on
we
you.
approve the minutes as printed.
Okay. Can I get a
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
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 It carries. Item number 2, SE 2021-101, condition of a subdivision exemption and a split for 3 acres with an existing residential structure. Staff, I'll let you take it from there.
Okay. Okay. This is a request by Debbie Graham, the current owner, to separate off approximately 3.29 acres that with a residential structure. There is currently, the way it is now, the parent parcel has one building right, and that building right applies to that split that she is doing and that residential structure that's on there. So she has to deed restrict the remaining acreage because there will be no more development or building rights on that on the remaining acreage. And so this has been done. It's been a while since we've seen one of these. I think we did one a couple of years ago, and when I first started. And so this is it's basically the same thing that you all are approving tonight. This parcel is located on the northwest corner of Lockard and Thompson Roads, Section 8, Township 13 South, Range 3 West, more commonly known as 3976 West Lockard. And basically this property is surrounded by ag zoning. There's a couple of home sites within the vicinity, and there is an existing residential structure on the property, as mentioned before. The parcel proposed, which is the 3 acre plus, is a legally conforming lot. This new parcel is not located within the floodplain. However, the balance that's going to be ag deed restricted, there is the river runs through a portion of it and forms part of the north boundary line for that parent parcel that this split is going to be taking place on. This exception is consistent with the provisions of Article 13B-8 regarding subdivision exceptions. The following agencies have been contacted for review, and I made the list there for you. No comments from the public, and I don't think the agencies, Kathleen, responded either. No one responded. Okay. The comprehensive plan compliance subdivision exceptions for preserving agricultural land meet the goals of the Saline County Comprehensive Plan by preserving the agricultural uses and land. The conditions for approval are to provide a declaration of restrictions showing the remaining 63.29 acres of land to be used for agricultural use only, and the one development right associated with the parent parcel will be assigned to the existing residential structure on the proposed lot with no additional development rights available. You're all Staff is recommending approval according to the findings and conditions as listed above. The Planning Commission may approve the application according to staff findings and conditions, approve the application with amended findings or conditions, or table for the application for further consideration. With that, I will turn it over to the chair.
All right. Anybody have any comments up here?
I have comments, but I have questions. Just to clarify some things. We have one house site for 80 acres,
That's correct.
and there's already a house on this,
Right.
and so we're doing an exception.
To allow them to split that 3 acres off of that parent parcel. And they won't be able to build any more on that parcel that's being split or on the parent parcel, because the one development right goes with the house.
But what Paul's saying, there is not a building right on this property, correct?
There's no building right on the portion that's going to be deed restricted.
There is no.
On the entire tract.
Right now, on the entire tract.
There's no building on the ag deed restricted portion, correct?
I think they're asking if there is a building right for the 3 acres, though.
For the 3 acres, yes.
That,
Where's that building right at?
It's once, if this gets approved, that building right will apply to the house that's existing on the 3 acres that's being split off.
Do you guys understand?
No,
Yes.
The building right was
Yes.
not used on the property you're calling number 1?
Number 1 is the building right. And that building right now is associated with
An
that
existing
entire,
structure.
yeah, that parcel, and that building right gets applied to the existing structure that was built. So once that split occurs, once that, and I've included the survey, once that survey gets recorded, and the deed restriction that I've also included gets recorded, then that one building right that's associated that you see on your map will be applied to that 3 acres. And there will be essentially, the balance will be 0 on the remaining parent parcel that's being split from.
The parent parcel should have been an 80 acre, right?
The way that we've done it is, the regulations are kind of strange this way, I said, because if you're talking about a transfer of development rights, the sending property has to be 80 acres. But since but you can split, if there's building rights available, you can split
But there's only one building right, right?
one building right
per parcel,
per,
per
Right.
parcel, not per 80.
in this case, it would be per parcel.
We had 2 building rights per quarter.
Correct. And that's the amount in general. But when they were smaller parcels than the 80, they were still allowed to have the one building right that stuck with them.
And that's that one.
That's the one.
That's the one.
And,
yeah.
And there's
and,
already a building on the 64 acres.
right. No,
2 houses on that tract. That's what he's asking. There's 2 houses on the tract. How are we getting the other, how are we going to get
Yeah.
another building right?
Well,
We're
what,
not getting another building right. What it is the one building right that you see on the highlighted blue portion. There's a highlighted, I don't know if yours is in color. The parcel that is in blue is is where that house is currently on. That's the only house on that property.
What about 5141?
That's a separate parcel.
So that's what Paul's asking. Didn't they have to use a building right when they built that one?
Yeah, that's what you see. One building right goes with that structure.
Is there a house on 3976?
Yes.
So that quarter has 2 building rights, right?
Right.
That have been used up.
They will be at 0 building rights, correct?
And you're going to put a 3rd house on
There is no third house. There's not going to be a third
they're not trying to build a third house. They're
not
just trying to
build.
separate
They're
their
just trying to
house from
separate
the
their house
rest of the
for
property.
agricultural purposes.
I'm-
Thank you.
Yeah, sort
Yeah.
of, for, yeah, yeah.
Believe me, I understand the confusion.
Well, we do. We have 2 houses on an 80. calling it 66 acres, but there's 2 houses on it.
$5141 was at one time part of that parent parcel, and that got split off
Okay, so
at
there's
some
one building
point.
right.
And so one building right went with them, and now the remaining building right that's there, the one,
So you're giving 2 building rights on this 80.
There is already 2 building
already
rights
2.
there.
That's what I'm saying.
there's existing two, yeah.
On this tract, you are giving 2 building rights.
Yeah, that's how I've interpreted it.
Okay,
There
that's,
were two. Yeah,
that way we don't have to say another building right.
right,
That's what we want to make sure, because one's already been used.
right,
Gotcha. That's what Paul was asking about.
okay.
There's 2 houses on an 80.
Yeah.
I hope the property owners are here so they can explain that
Yeah.
again. Do you guys have anything else you want to say? Questions you want to ask? We'll let them.
Yeah, well, I'm glad these two came forward with that, because what it was sounding like to me was we was creating another building right
We were going to
for
have to
this.
create another.
No, that would have been a TDR. if
We would
did
have had to done a TDR if it
Yeah.
was not. Yes.
transfer.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's what I was getting at. How were you coming up with a second building right on 80 acres?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're saying there is, so we can do it without a TDR.
Right.
Mr. Chairman,
Moving along.
Do we want to hear from her first?
Yeah, that's what I was.
Yeah, okay.
getting at.
Sorry.
Please. Come.
That's my sister.
Well, step up and state your name and your address and fill us in, please.
Debbie Graham, and my address in Salina, you mean?
Yeah.
Or just Salina? 5 Wildcat Circle in Salina.
And what are you trying to do here so that these guys?
Well,
can
we
understand
have
better?
land, and there's already a house on the land, so we want to sell the house with 3 acres,
So that you can keep the rest of it as farm ground.
and then the rest will be farmland, right?
Okay. That's,
and you understand what deed restricted means?
That it has to be farmland, stay farmland, right? Yeah.
okay. That was our point of confusion here and what we were trying
Oh.
to get everybody to understand. That it was already there and,
But years ago, it was an 80. And then my folks put a house on it.
But it couldn't have been 80. I don't know. Anyway.
But anyway, then they sold that house. And then we still had the other house.
okay. All right. I don't know how it worked out. I just know it does from time to time.
Well, that's why I just want to make
So,
sure we didn't need
yeah.
to do a TDR.
No.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Anybody else have any questions for them? Okay. Thank you.
Okay,
All
thank
right.
you.
All right. That brings it back to us. Anyone else have any more discussion?
Mr. Chairman, I move we approve item SE 2021-101 as printed with no exceptions.
I'll second.
All those in favor, raise your right hand. Motion carries. All right. Thank you very much. All right. Staff, is there anything else for us today?
I was going to basically poll you guys on, because the July 4th holiday is going to be coming up, and we're going to be off that Monday. And so I was going to try to get an idea from all of you all. Do you want Tuesday, July 6th, or Monday, the 12th? We can do it for the July meeting.
I can tell you, I have a meeting on the 12th, so I would
You-
prefer not to, but that's okay either way.
Do we have anything really pressing coming in?
We've got one similar to this one, plus discussion about the comp plan.
Okay.
I'm fine with 6th. If anybody else has objections, feel free to voice, but
I'm good with 6.
Yeah. I'm good. It's just,
It sounds like we can make the 6th work.
6, I think 6 would be all right with me.
Okay.
I just have to remember to bring my trumpet so I can go next when we're done.
Mr. Hamilton, just as a thank you to Salina Media Connection, they had noticed, we do know that the Salina Planning Commission also meets on the 6th, and apparently they've got about 11 agenda items that day, so I don't know what time their meeting starts. We can look at it, but,
Okay.
He's holding up fingers.
oh,
You're only gonna-
Or,
they start at 4, okay. So that might be we can also find an alternate location as well, so.
Right.
But if the 6 works out for everybody, then we can look at alternate locations.
I can check to see if the sheriff's office training room is available. It might be large enough.
We could also take it on the road in other directions. Ice cream place over here, but
That's not big enough.
I think he's moving to the outside.
Is 109 currently part of the courts now? It is.
No, we can utilize it, especially if our meeting would be in the evening, so we can certainly go in that area. as
Yeah,
well.
I don't see a problem with 109, which is it's one right next to what used to be used to be part of the extension office.
Yeah, we held a couple meetings there.
Yeah,
We have.
yeah, we've had meetings in there,
Right.
so if that would be available, maybe we just do that. Rather than moving to the ice cream parlor or whatever.
Can we just plan on that, Hannah?
Well, if there's changes, just let us know.
Okay. Anything else tonight?
I think that's it.
I move to adjourn.
Second, you beat me to
Motion,
it.
motion carries. That'll be the end of it. Thank you.